So Apache Boulevard, as it goes through Tempe, this used to be the old US 60 route. So if you were traveling east to west through the Phoenix area, this was the old highway. So if you're coming from the east, it would come in through Apache Junction, go through Mesa, which is Main Street, this section of Tempe, which is Apache Boulevard, and then it would curve. It would curve at Mill, go up Mill Avenue into Phoenix on Van Buren, and then it would connect up with what's now called Grand Avenue, and then it would go all the way to Wickenburg. So that was the old US 60, which has been rerouted south on this what's known as a Superstition freeway. So it's a real freeway these days. So this road, Apache Boulevard, with it being the old US 60 route through town, it was lined with old motels, gas stations, and like RV parks. But most of them are gone or being torn down right now for new construction. There's a lot of these apartments and condos going up, which is pretty much everything that's new in this area. So here's an example of an older one. I'm going to try to go quick though, because there's always people in here. So yeah, they're fenced off, boarded up, and then you'll find in some of them there's people living in there. Like that guy was washing his car. So I don't know how that works out, but we're not going in the fence or anything like that. So here's a building, old business. The back part is completely collapsed, as you can see back there. I mean, it's all fenced off. I don't know if that red X is a stay out or anything like that, but yeah, you definitely are not getting in there and probably don't want to be in there. And the building next to it is an older one too, but that was actually open as a restaurant not that long ago. But yeah, that whole block is not looking good right there. Here's this other building. As you can see, the roof is collapsing in on it too, and it's got the red square with the white X. So again, I'm not sure what that means, but That one is definitely falling apart as well. All these dirt lots right here, the remains of these old motels that have already been torn down, end up just being a field that's fenced off. This block here is especially bad, and I am going a little fast, but don't worry, I'll come back around and take a second slower look at it. But it's just fenced off field after old motel that's fenced off, boarded up. Not sure what's planned here, probably some nice new building, but currently this is how it looks. Yeah, I do turn the corner here because to appreciate this whole block, you got to see it from all sides. And as you can see here on the side road, the old foundations from houses that have already been torn down and removed. There are some other houses in the background there that are mostly boarded up, and just a bunch of warning signs telling you not to trespass. As you come around the back here, you can see some of the back entrances to these old motels. There's some old houses boarded up. There's also some houses that people are still living in. I do see a mobile home at one point kind of behind the trees, a bunch of dead trees, you know, more fences, city zoning signs. There's an abandoned garage back there. I'm not sure what that was associated with, and more fields. And then here's the second take of it from the front, a little bit slower this time so you can take it all in. So this is a good example of the new construction going along here on Apache Boulevard. All these apartments, condos, whatever they happen to be. But this is what's going in, taking over. So this corner here is interesting. This was a field forever, but there was an old bar over there for a while, but it had been closed for a long time. And then across the way, they just barely started some construction there. There used to be a couple old restaurants. And then on the corner right there, used to be a car wash, but it had been closed forever too. So no big losses here. This corner probably looked better. And this building's been up for a while. Here's another newer one they built on this corner, and it's actually got a park and ride underneath it, parking garage for the light rail station that's right there in the middle of the road. Now here's a hotel. So we're actually in Mesa, just crossed over from Tempe, but here's one that's still in use. So you can kind of see what the rest of them may have looked like. Most of them are just fields anyways now, but that's one that's still in use. Don't know what it's like staying at a place like that nowadays, but it is available. I did not get out here to film because I pulled into this bar parking lot, and some fellows came out to check me out, which is why I haven't been stopping at a lot of the places along the way here, because there's just not a lot of good parking around.